Unit is Unit for how the traders became rulers. As we know, in the first chapter, we have discussed the Britishers and other Europeans came to India as a traders. One by one, Portuguese, Britishers, French, Dutch, etc. have come to India. They were traders. But in our country, they see the condition of different states because our country was divided into many smaller and larger states or kingdoms. There were disputes and wars were going on among them. And so that these traders took the advantage of the weakness of our country or Indian rulers. Now, how they become the ruler, we are going to discuss. First of all, Rabariya Dhyay. Start.
Okay, sir. Chapter number 4. How the traders become rulers. The children were engrossed in reading the story of two cats and monkey during the recess. On reading this story, Joy and Mitali were making fun of each other. Their class teacher, who was sitting beside them, said, "Children, this too is policy. The third party takes advantage of a squabble
Quarrel.
between the two. Whereas between the two, the British had expanded their empire in India with such a policy. Joy asked, "Sir, how is that possible?" The class teacher replied, "Let us go to class, and there I will explain about how the British came to India and established their rule over the Indians."
Yes, as usual, our chapter starts with some particular story event by which children ask elders or teachers. Here, here is a story of a monkey and cat. I hope all of you have heard two cats were fighting for something, and monkey came there and advised them to share, and how monkey ate all of them. Means took the advantage of fighting or disputes. Okay. After reading or listening this, children were laughing. What kind of policy is this? At that time, teacher told them as the story. Britishers also came to India and asked our rulers for traders, for trading. So then after, they took the advantage of our weakness or fights of different rulers and become the now our chapter is actually going to start. Next one is Savalia Chris.
Okay, sir. By the mid of 18th century, the British had started to emerge as a strong power on the India political horizon. Do you know that the British came to India only for trade? Initially, they took permission to trade in Indian states. Then how did they become the rulers of entire India? The history of British rule arouses many such questions. To serve their economic interests, they increased their political hold on India with the use of British diplomatic tactics.
Yes, as we know, in 18th century, British started as a emerging superpower or strong power. In previous chapter of history, you studied about Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. By this, British got actual power in our country. And then after, different policies. They have started different policies and they expanded their territories. How it is possible, we are going to discuss in this chapter. Before that, here you can see the map of India. British rule. In 18th century, Bengal, Bihar, Assam, some region of South India. But then after, it started increasing at different places. Now think, if today companies come for trade in India, can they establish their power? No. Today, they cannot establish their power because in our country, it is democracy. Government or ruler choose by people. Besides this, international law also stop them to do so. This way, today, if any foreign company come to India, they cannot establish their power in our country. Next one is Ganatra Siddhant. Let the slide be presented and then start.
Okay, sir.
Again repeat, don't type second time. Type only once. As we know, after the Battle of Buxar, Britishers got the power in Bengal, Awadh, Bihar, and some region of Orissa. In those days, it was a large region because Bengal, today is Bengal, West Bengal, as well as Bangladesh, then Orissa.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yes, continue.
Wellesley's policy of expansion. When Wellesley came to India as the Governor General, cutthroat competition existed between England and France. It was necessary to check France from becoming powerful in India so as to expand the British rule in India. Wellesley introduced a new plan which was known as the Subsidiary Alliance. As per the Subsidiary Alliance. As per the same, any princely state that accepted the alliance had to keep and maintain the British army as well as a British representative in the royal court.
Yes, during the time there was tough competition between England and France. It means British and French traders. Both of them were trying to expand their territories. To stop French, when Lord Governor General Wellesley came to India, at that time he introduced a policy. The name of policy was Subsidiary Alliance System. By this system, he made an agreement with princely state that if any state attack on you, our army will protect you because Britishers has modern weapons of those days. And this way, different rulers made agreement with Britishers. Now, for this, the rulers had to pay some particular amount. If they are unable to pay, they provide some territories to Britishers. This way, Britishers started to annex or expand their territories in India. Besides this, in this policy, suppose Britishers has an agreement with two states. If they had a war, at that time British had to send their army with both. And for this, British will not agree. So war would be stopped. So without paying anything, British got income as well as territories. Now, next one, Ashnani Ansita.
Yes, sir. Wellesley's policy of expansion. This way, the British could maintain their army without spending any money. However, the princely states were not allowed to utilize the army at their own will. This system, which made many feel secure in the beginning, made them feel
Enslaved.
enslaved and retained subsidiary alliance acted like a slow poison for the princely states of India. In, The Indian states that became the victims of the subsidiary alliance till Hydra, Hyderabad, Mysore, Ayodhya, Jodhpur, Gaekwad,
Gaikwad,
Gaekwads of Vadodara, Peshwas of Pune, and Scindias of
India's
Gwalior.
by this system, British maintained the army. Princely states were not allowed to maintain their army. This way, they felt insecure. In other words, we can say they feel secure with the British, but internally they were insecure and threatened. Thus, different states means Britishers started to make agreement with different states. Like Hyderabad, Nizam, he was the first to accept this system. Then after, Mysore, Ayodhya, Jodhpur, Gaekwad of Vadodara or Gujarat state, it is known as Gaekwad, and Peshwa, it is for Pune, Sindhia, Gwalior, etc. were the state who made an agreement with British Empire, or they had agreed to this policy, or Governor General Lord Wellesley's system. Now, next one is the way Shreya will read when the slide will present. Just a
Okay,
minute.
sir.
Just a minute. What's going on? Yeah, if you have text, you can continue.
Okay, sir. Nizam of Hyderabad was the first victim of Wellesley's subsidiary alliance. Then it was Mysore and Ayodhya. Sir, the text is not there.
No problem. As we have just discussed, yes, continue.
Um, then it was Mysore and Ayodhya. Tanjore and Karnataka met with the same fate. The British made the Marathas fight amongst themselves and consequently made them accept the subsidiary alliance.
Yes, Nizam of Hyderabad, as we have just discussed, he was the first to accept this policy. Then after, Mysore, Ayodhya, they were whatever the names we have just discussed. Tanjore and Karnataka in South India, they also joined with this agreement. Maratha, as it was the powerful, but British made disputes and war among different Maratha chieftains or rulers, and thus, as a result, British were able to establish their power over Marathas also. After Dabri Pratap,
Owing to the losses incurred by Nizam in his fight with Marathas, he was the first to accept this alliance. Tipu Sultan of Mysore
just
refused.
maintain your mic. Voice is too slow.
Okay, sir. Tipu Sultan of Mysore refused to do so, but after the British victory in the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War, Mysore was forced to become a subsidiary state. Marathas did fought amongst themselves after the death of Nana
Fadnavis.
Fadnavis. One by one, all of the Maratha states became the victim of divide and rule policy of the British.
Yes. Owing to losses incurred by the Nizam's fight, Nizam of Hyderabad, means Britishers started war among Indians, and thus they tried to divide them. As the policy divide and rule, ભાગલા પાડો અને રાજ કરો. it was continued by the Britishers. Tipu Sultan, you are aware with this name, ruler of Mysore. He refused to join, but then there were war between Tipu Sultan and Britishers. French also supported Tipu Sultan. Even today, Tipu Sultan, it is said that Tipu Sultan started the rocket launcher first in India. The proof is there when we visit NASA in USA. Yeah, it is in Abdul Kalam's autobiography Wings of Fire. It is mentioned that once when he visited NASA first, at the entrance gate, there was a big picture on the wall. Some people using rocket launchers. The people were looks like Indian, South Indian. When they when he went into detail, at that time he found that it is of Tipu Sultan's. And thus, after fourth Anglo-Mysore War, means Britishers and Tipu Sultan. First of all, with his father Hyder Ali, then after Tipu Sultan, the war was going on. And in fourth war, Tipu Sultan was defeated. And then he had to accept the policy. Maratha chieftains, they were also fighting with each other after the death of Nana Fadnavis. And thus, one by one, all Maratha rulers or chieftains were become the victim of the policy of the Britishers. Divide and rule. Then, yes, I think Narwani Chris,
Yes, sir.
continue.
Yes, sir. The other states, namely Ayodhya, Gorapur, Tanjore, Karnataka, Farkhad also suffered the same of the fate in this way. Within a span of 7 years, Wellesley of the expanded the company rule and made the British the supreme power in India.
Yes, one by one, different states accepted the agreement with British. Ayodhya, Gorakhpur, Tanjore, Karnataka, Farukhabad, they were also became the victim of the same policy. And thus, by this policy, subsidiary alliance, Governor General Wellesley was able to expand the territory and made the British Empire superpower in our country within a short period of 7 years only. Means within 7 years, he made India his slave. Most of the state of India was under his control or under the control of British government. Even today, different political parties do the same thing, divide and rule. They made us fight among each other on the name of caste, community, religion, region, food habit, language, etc. And we, I should not say, but I am using, we are full, we are following one or other in the same direction. I don't say everybody is wrong, but mostly we found this situation, divide and rule. Here you can see the picture of battle fought by Wellesley. And here it was a picture of Governor General Wellesley. Then after, generally names are repeating, so I have to start with the repeating. Again, Rabari Adhyay will read
Okay, sir.
after presenting the slide. Many times I told don't repeat, type only once, but you still continue to type more than one time. That is not good. Okay, start.
Expansion of expansion of the British rule in India. After finalizing the subsidiary alliance it with Mysore Nizam of Hyderabad and Maratha chieftains, the British moved towards northern part of India. They entered into a treaty of friendship with Nepal, sensing a threat from it. They fought many battles to secure the friendly relation with the Sikh king. Maharaja Ranjit Singh helped them to win the battle with the Afghans and establish their rule in Sindh. The British had an ambition to capture the Sikh kingdom, which was a very powerful kingdom, but they could not do so as long as Maharaja Ranjit Singh was alive.
After finalizing the subsidiary, means mostly they were successful. As they have made treaty, here is almost repeating first few line. With Mysore, Maratha, they started to northern side because North India, it is the gateway of India. Most of the invention in our history, it was started by Northwest. From even today's Gilgit and Balochistan. Today it is in Pakistan. But from that realm, most of the inventions were held in India. So the Britishers also started themselves to develop or expand their territories towards them. They also made the agreement with Nepal and sensing them. Besides this, they also fought many battles. But they have to create friendly relation with Sikh kingdom because during the time Maharaja Ranjit Singh, he was a powerful ruler and British had to take the help of Ranjit Singh to got the control over Afghan or to stop the invasion of Afghanistan. Then after, British ambition was to rule until the end of Maharaja Ranjit Singh's life. It was not possible. So that after the death of Ranjit Singh, British government, we can say government also, was successful to establish their rule over Punjab. Means Sikh community. Or in other words, we can say to the entrance of. Here you can see the different names of state who accepted this policy. Every map, every names, every pictures are from your textbook. In other words, you can say your textbook is on your screen. Now, I think I have to repeat. Ashnani Ansita.
Yes, sir. So they kept friendly relations with Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Ranjit Singh was a strong ruler of that time. He had set up a strong army with the help of European officers for the protection of his state. He had attained victories over many nearby states. After his death, Punjab suffered anarchy. Governor General Sir Henry Hardinge came to India and brought the Sikh rule completely under the British rule, with policy of interference and annexation.
Yes. As we have just discussed, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, he was a powerful ruler. His army was well maintained by different European officers, and thus British was unable to defeat them. But after his death, Sikh kingdom became weakened, and thus the Britishers got the advantage of this. New Governor General Sir Henry Harding, who got the advantage of this, and here is you can see the new name of policy, annexation, annexing the state. We are going to discuss about this policy. Annexation means to છીનવી લેવું. Think. Why did the British establish their rule first in Bengal? As we know, the first victory of the British was in Battle of Boxer, and so that they established their first rule over Bengal. Yes, time is going to up, and so that we have to stop now.